There's a saying in real estate that it all works. And what they're talking about is regardless of the lead gen strategy that you pick, it all works. If you want to build your business doing door knocking or cold calling or baking cupcakes, you can make any of it work. So what does it come down to? It comes down to consistency. The best lead generation source is the one that you're consistent with.
Baking cupcakes and door knocking, I definitely wouldn't put in the same basket, but this guy's got a point. Being consistent is key. So if you're manual prospecting, you're picking up the phone, you're dialing for dollars by cold calling, expireds, FSBOs, circle dialing, or you're doing open houses, or you're doing door knocking, consistency is king. But that's not the way to grow and scale your real estate business. If you want to do 10 to 15 transactions a year, knock yourself out. That is something that you can do that's completely low cost or pretty practically free. But you're never going to be able to scale. You're never going to be a millionaire agent at all. You're never going to be a top performer in your office or in your marketplace. You actually have to generate leads through both prospecting efforts and direct response advertising. Now, when it comes to prospecting efforts, you're probably like, Blake, you just told me like that's not the way. Yes, it's not the way for you to do it, but it should be done. That's where you got to get leverage in your business. Hiring a VA, hiring an expat, or even somebody locally to make those phone calls for you. Because guess what? You converting one transaction from their efforts, it's going to pay for their efforts over and over and over again. Especially in my market, our average commission is over $20,000. I think I can afford someone for $15 an hour to make those calls. But like I said, it's not for me to do, because I'm going to have a hard time being consistent with it because I don't like doing that part of the job, which I'm sure a lot of you guys don't like doing it either. Plus, after I find a client, I have to service the client. I've got to go take the listing. I've got to show them houses if they're a buyer. I've got to do other works. So I'm going to be focused on them later in the transaction, which now all those prospecting efforts, they're going to fall down. This is where he was talking about consistency. It is king. It needs to be done all the time. But what's more likely? Is it more likely for my employee to actually do it 40 hours a week when that's their job, their paycheck is reliant upon it? Or is it more probable that I'll do that on top of everything else in my life? Well, we all know the facts. It's going to be more likely that they're going to do it, not me. So that needs to be done in addition to direct response advertising. And the great thing about direct response advertising, it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's always out there, reverse prospecting. So prospecting efforts are being done in your real estate business by you or somebody else. I'm saying somebody else. And then advertising's running where it's always looking at attracting potential customers in your business. That's consistent as long as you're paying a check for it. As long as the credit card's being swiped, which is super easy, that's happening. So every day leads are being generated into your business. If that's going on, that is consistent. And that is going to help you be successful. Have direct response advertising out there running to produce you leads like home value ads, cash offer on your home ads, list of home ads, advertising your listings, all those types of things on top of prospecting efforts, but done by somebody else. Those two together are going to create consistent lead flow, and your business is absolutely going to change. How do I know that? That's exactly what I do in my business, and I've taught thousands of other real estate agents across the US to do in their business, and we've all had the same results. Consistent business happening. Guys, I have done interviews, phone calls, and coffee meetings with, I can't even tell you how many agents. And the number one thing they always ask me is, a lead generation. How do I generate more leads? How do I get more consistent in my business? And it's just that you always have to be generating lead flow into your business of motivated buyers and sellers. And if you don't realize that that's the first business that you're in, lead generation, you're going to be out of the business faster than you can imagine. So guys, if you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. And if you're really wanting to take your business to the next level, if you want to see your business change and transform and actually start to master lead generation and lead conversion efforts, guys, take me up on my free 30-day trial of Real Agent. It's my new online course that I designed that's made by a millionaire agent for future millionaire agents. So you learn the truth, the real truth about what it takes in today's market to build, grow, and scale your business. And guess what? It's always being updated. As things change, I'm updating the actual online course. So you got nothing to lose. Take me up on my free 30-day trial. Click the link in the description, and I'll see you guys on the other side.